Isn't that an impressive sound? It's a sound no one has ever heard before. It's the sound of 35,000 nurses. That's the official police department figure. 35,000 nurses who are gathered together in protest. And that has never happened before. Distance was no barrier. They came from all corners of the country.
Ohio! Louisville, Kentucky.
I'm from Stanford, California.
University of Iowa, Iowa City.
We're from Portland, Maine.
New Jersey. Irvington, New Jersey. Orlando, Florida.
Delaware Valley Medical Center in Pennsylvania.
Union, South Carolina.
I'm here with the New York State Nurses Association.
Every patient deserves a nurse.
Where are you from?
I'm from Maryland.
Ohio! Chicago!
Ridley Park, Pennsylvania.
In West Virginia!
What unified these nurses to stage a protest on this huge scale is the vision, energy, and leadership of one staff nurse, Laura Gasparis Vonfrolio of Staten Island, New York. She's publisher of Revolution, the Journal of Nurse Empowerment. It's the only journal for staff nurses. Laura felt that the national professional nursing organizations were not doing enough to counter the massive layoffs of staff nurses. So she conceived of this demonstration and brought together the nursing unions and state nursing organizations who arranged travel and housing for their members.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being a part of nursing history. Today, we are taking our first small step together, for we have been quiet too long. It is time for registered nurses to speak out. It is time to publicly expose the corporate greed that removes RNs from the bedsides of sick patients. It is time to publicly expose those unsafe patient conditions. Your presence today shows our profession's willingness to advocate for our patients. Your presence here today shows our commitment to safe patient care. But in order to advocate for our patients, we're going to need legislation. We're going to need legislation that establishes federal and state mandates for safe nurse-patient ratios. We're going to need legislation that establishes federal and state mandates that will assure patients that they will not be the victims of inadequate nurse-patient ratios. We want Congress to amend the Supreme Court decision of May 1994 that Supreme Court decision that stripped federal labor law protection from this nation's nurses. We want legal protection for those nurses who speak out against dangerous conditions in hospitals. We want the Nurse Practice Act to ensure penalties and removal of license from those nursing administrators who attempt to force and coerce registered nurses against their professional judgment to undertake unsafe patient assignments. For it is the nurse, the staff nurse, who is the patient advocate. It is the staff nurse is the only patient advocate and must be protected to do so. Your presence here today will help Revolution, the Journal of Nurse Empowerment, and the various nursing associations and nursing unions help us all to accomplish this. As we march down Pennsylvania Avenue, 200 nurse delegates are now meeting in the Capitol with senators and congresspeople to apprise them of our situation. Let us send a message to the American people: we care.